Hey everyone, welcome to this rather surprising Thomann live stream. My name is Kris and this is the Thomann's Guitars and Basses YouTube channel, and normally we sit here, the two of us, my buddy G, Guillaume and I, with a beautiful surprise this morning. G turns out to be a contact person. Someone who he was together with yesterday, spent some time together, was tested positive. So he's not sure, he's negative, but we just want to take all this very seriously. So he's at home and he will join us with a Zoom call, which I'm really looking forward to because, I mean, sitting here alone is kind of, lonely. And I always enjoy his company. So I hope you guys had a fantastic 2 weeks it was since we had one of these live streams, and so nice to see you guys in here. Willard is here, hello. Poo Ninja is here, Joseph Hughes, Kris, you are amazing. Joseph, you are amazing, thank you so much. Edward Johns, where to begin? Jerry Garcia, John Frusciante, that John, some guy named David, Smiley. I'm guessing we're talking about the overrated thingy already. It's going to be an interesting one. I'm really looking forward to Guillaume's opinion, and you guys, of course, as well. Lil Wayne, Smiley. So it's from Deja Voodoo. Yeah, let's get into the comments and let's see the first initial impressions and ideas, what you guys have, and also let's see where Guillaume is. Wait, let me make this happen so that I can hear him. G, are you around?
1 2 1 2 1 2.
Hey, buddy.
Testing the mic. How are you doing? You good?
Yeah, sure. You?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. Just a bit bummed, but yeah, I'm still here, still there. So we're good.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, let's see what's up in the comment section. There's Deja Voodoo. Good luck, G.
Thank you so much. I'm doing fine. This is just a preventive measures. I didn't want to, if it turned out to be infected, I didn't want to expose myself to my friends, my work family. So yeah, there we go.
In Germany right now, the situation is Guillaume would be allowed to sit here with, that being said, with a mask, but that's not really an option in front of camera. So yeah, we just wanted to make sure that all is good, and whatever happens, we don't spread this whole,
Gene is natural habitat. Yes, this is it. This is the lair.
Oh,
this is where all the guitars and all the pedals live.
Yes. Oh yes. In case you guys are following Guillaume on Instagram, you've seen that.
This is the view. This is that view. Yeah.
The kind of the view, just in the wrong format, like.
Yeah, that's it. The right format.
I don't know, some people have their eyes. I don't know. I prefer this. Whatever. I'm old. All right. Enough mocking. Yeah, because there's
overrated aspect ratios is the conversation for the day.
Oh yes. Andre Oliveira, I want to see them jam together via Zoom.
Timing is so bad.
I don't think that's gonna work.
It's not possible.
Let's try to snap our fingers like on a count of 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Just like half a second. It's not gonna work. I mean, I can lay down a G chord and you can, just go for it. Let's do that.
I mean, can you lay down a C chord?
A C chord? You're in open C, my dude.
I tried to work ahead. I tried to because I could see the chord change coming, and I was like, should I? Nah.
At least you had the benefits of seeing what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's true.
That's so weird. That's the weirdest thing. Fighting against latency in video and audio.
Someday.
Yeah. just underrated listeners. All right. Let's talk about the underrated, overrated thing. Because Quicksilver writes, just underrated listeners. Okay, good point. Point of view is a big thing if we're talking about overrated, underrated. Definitely want to talk about that. Rockstar Jazz Cat, why go there at all? Also a good point. It's an interesting subject, I guess. And I think we're a little too hard on many guitar players because we just tend to have a very strong opinion on people nowadays. I'm not sure if I really like that about us human beings.
Yeah.
But it's just a nature thing, you know.
To sort of answer his question, we're going there because spontaneously a couple of weeks back, we ended up going and talking for 45 minutes about underrated guitar players.
Yes.
And at the end of that live stream, it's still, like, you can still go back and watch it, but at the end of that live stream, everyone was saying, hey, let's do the next live stream on overrated guitar players.
Yeah.
And we thought, that, you know, it's murky waters, but why not? Why not try it out?
It's risky. I really hope no one will become, I don't know, like too aggressive or become sort of hurt. Like,
no,
you know.
it's those are good people we've got there.
Yeah,
I trust that.
I also have faith in you guys. The thing is, let me start because before I forget all my thoughts. And then you guys go for it, Guillaume, you know, whatever. You guys think about it. So, I've been there. I'm guilty as well. I also thought, like, Joe Perry is so much better than Slash, and Joe Perry could kick Slash's, you know, butt, and he's so much better.
My dad is stronger than your dad.
Yes, it's, you know, I've been there. I was 13, so maybe that's something that maybe justifies some of my thoughts back in those days. Thing is, you can judge a guitar player by the abilities like speed, you know, accuracy, all these things that are very impressive. More like on the sporty side, like the athletic side of guitar playing or playing music. And you can also just take a look and appreciate a musician's, in this case a guitar player's, ability to impress listeners, most of which are not musicians. So they cannot really decide what is super hard on guitar and what is super easy on guitar. They will just see a guitar player. Let's take Slash as as a person, because Slash is one of those person who one would say, he doesn't know nothing, and the other one will say, are you kidding me? It's insane what he did, whatever. Because he's not the fastest player. Sure, he's not the cleanest player, probably. John Petrucci or whoever will be so much more tighter live. But just take a handful of all those licks, riffs, songs, solos that he written, and take a look at how many millions of people live by those melodies and just soak all of those notes in and get inspired and pick up the guitar because of Slash. So if we're talking about a player like this, you can go on and bash and like, wah! But you can also take a look at the other side, the influence he has on new guitar players, non-musicians, and guitar players. Because I personally think he's one of the most important raw guitar player of the last 20, 30 years because of all the riffs, songs, and all the impact he had with all of his bands, mainly Guns N' Roses in the 90s and such. But still, his solo project is one of the coolest rock formation for me, for how long it's going now, 15 years maybe, almost, whenever the first album came out with all the artists, like the first album where Miles Kennedy appeared, and Ozzy and all these crazy musicians. Yeah, it's like 10 to 15 years ago, and all the albums ever since he did with Miles Kennedy, those are very important, really cool, modern, old school rock albums. So, you know, it's really easy to look at a guitar player from many angles, and if you just stick to who's the fastest, who's the cleanest, who creates something new, like radically new, it's not going to be a lot of guitar players who is not overrated for you. Most of them will appear overrated because they didn't, I don't know, change everything about guitar playing. Or Jimi Hendrix, like, yeah, I can play Jimi Hendrix, you know, all of his songs without sweating. It's like, yeah, but you didn't write those licks. You didn't do all of that in the 60s, and you just didn't impress the whole world and change everyone's way of writing music since that time. Those are factors I think that should not be ignored. I'm done. G, what's up? Let me take a look at the comments while you're...
That was very inspiring. I'm really happy that I do have like a slightly different answer.
Oh, nice.
From yours. It was very well put though, and I did enjoy some of the comments. I mean, I enjoy all comments really, but it is very divisive, and some people started listing some names, listing some guitar players, some others. Deja Voodoo is pointing out that it's a question that this chat community is not that comfortable with, which is a great sign. There's okay. My take on overrated guitar players is that I don't think there are any overrated guitar players. I don't believe that. I believe that what you would qualify as overrated is just misplaced jealousy, because you might have the skills to write the same thing, but you didn't think of it. So you did not. And that person wrote that riff and is now famous for that riff. Whatever the riff is, whether it's full chord, Green Day, Nirvana, whatever, or a billion, thousand, trillionth notes of Petrucci-esque speed and technicalities. I think if you think that a guitar player is overrated, it is to some extent misplaced jealousy, because in my book, if you've heard of someone, he's done something right, whatever that thing is. So you know that the Pirates of the Caribbean meme, like, you're the worst pirate I've ever seen. No, you're the worst pirate I've ever heard of, but you've heard of me. That's, to me, that's exactly what that is. Like, as soon as you've heard of a guitar player, that guy, that gal, whatever, has done something right. And yeah, that's my take on it. I don't think there are any.
Yeah,
Wisdom over.
And it's also very important to point out that a guitar player is just not only the two hands and the licks he or she is famous for. I think it really is the whole thing, the whole person, the charisma. Yeah. Is it a person who girls and boys go crazy for? That's very important, because music is about emotions.
Creating emotions.
Yeah, and if we're talking about especially like younger, rock stars, pop stars, whatever, how you look is a factor. You can hate it or not, or just ignore it, but that is also a part of it, and that's the unfair part of it, because that's what you're born with. But good thing is,
I wouldn't say, yeah.
The second part is equally important. Charisma has nothing to do with how you look.
That's it.
And
yeah,
that
it's an
is
attitude.
Way more important, I think, because you have people, all of you have people in your lives who you don't particularly feel like he or she looks super pretty or wow, good looking, but for some reason is in the focus of everyone's attention because of that charisma. Like, everyone kind of loves that person, and that is, I think, again, a very important talent that you can train, of course, and work on it. And I think that's even more important than how you look or how you dress or how you whatever, and almost as important as what you're playing. Because you can be an incredible guitar player. If you're a terrible person, you will not get anywhere. It doesn't matter how good you are. No one will want to have you in their bands or work with you on an album or push you forward on your career. It's just a very important part, and this sort of gets ignored a lot. That the personality is almost as important as the ability on the guitar.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with that. I have a huge charisma. Why am I still not a rock star? You are, Walid. You are for us.
Totally,
you are
man.
an absolute rock star. Yeah, I have a huge charisma. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Like, when we talk about looks, it's not just physical traits and just the looks, your birth suit. Like, it's also about the looks you give yourself, the attitude, the presence, that you have, the sort of energy you carry with you when you go on stage, or when you even like for some people, you know, doing interviews. Like you can catch yourself being super fascinated by a musician even just when you hear him speak.
Yeah.
And you don't
It's
need to hear
it's
the music.
personality.
You don't exactly. You just listen to them speak, or like give an interview or do whatever, and you're like, damn, that I like that guy, I like that person. You know, I'm pretty sure to some extent that this will translate into the music that they make as well, because you have now like sort of an emotional connection to that person.
Can I stop you for a second? Lucas and Phil is sitting here mixing video and audio. Do we all know who Guillaume was talking about when he said the personality in the interview, and you know that this person, I really like this person? Who was he talking about?
I'm not gonna say it.
There were so many.
No,
I can't.
the obvious person.
The
who
obvious
I can say it, but I won't.
But was I right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay. John Mayer, obviously.
There was several people that struck me like that. I know Eddie Vedder. Eddie Vedder did the same thing to me. Like when I started listening to Pearl Jam before I could have access to interviews and everything, and like Pearl Jam was one of like very early bands that I was completely addicted to, along with like Red Hot Chili Peppers and like a few others. But I clearly remember the first time that I saw like an interview of Eddie Vedder, and I was like, oh, that's the guy from Pearl Jam. Okay, now I get it. And this is, and yeah, again, some sort of fascination with the dude, really.
Same thing what Deja Voodoo writes, the Guthrie Govan effect. Absolutely.
Yeah, true.
You hear him play, you're like, what on earth is happening here? Then you hear an interview with him or see an interview and you're like, okay, he's like beyond. It's like, what? Great. Absolutely true, Deja Voodoo. I totally agree.
Also,
Walid is the king of charisma.
Who?
See, Walid, it's not just us. People support that too.
Yeah. Sorry, Phil?
it's so dependent on the person also, right?
Yeah.
Like Guillaume said with Pearl Jam, for him. For me, the first interview we ever did with John Petrucci.
Oh, yeah. That
was super inspirational.
Yeah, one of the first videos we did, actually, interestingly enough, what it was, 2016, 15-ish?
Yeah, I think
14,
17?
whatever, maybe 17. We had John Petrucci here, and we were obviously nervous. It was like
It was
big
17.
Thing.
It was
17?
17. It was my first month at Thomann.
Okay, so
I just started.
Yeah, exactly, and we were like, we didn't know what to expect. John Petrucci, I mean, come on, like, that's that level of like guitar gods and whatever. And we were all shaky and whatever and prepared everything. And then he arrived, and within like 5 minutes, maybe 10, we were like, okay, this is going to be awesome. Because he had that charisma, totally chilled, respectful, funny, had a sandwich before we started. Where's the toilet? Like, okay, awesome. That's a...
Wait, you pee?
I have something better. I had John Petrucci in my car because we drove him and Maddie, his guitar tech, up to the signing session, which we had here in the Thomann Amphitheater. And they were like, okay, who's going to drive? And it's like, do we have like a transport bus? Or it was like, I don't think so. Like, okay, there's my car. Okay. Should have made a picture, but I didn't want to be that guy, you know.
Can you imagine? Like, no, you sold that car since.
Yeah, I did.
Did you keep the passenger seat? Did you keep just like the fabric? So
I
that
took
you can clone him?
Yeah, just a millimeter. Like, I cut it out just to put it in a, I don't know, picture frame.
Like,
those moments where you realize, like, okay, it all makes sense. The personality, the playing ability, like, whatever. It's a part of it. It's always a part of it. And I think it's important to acknowledge this fact. K. Michael P is here. Bill and Kris, late but not forgotten, from Sebastian, Florida. Nice to have you here. Salute. Have you seen anything else? Tommy Emmanuel is a super nice person. Stanislav, absolutely. Not exactly corresponding with his superhuman playing skill. Most of those superhuman musicians are absolutely down to earth because they understand that they are not, they don't see themselves as like superhuman. They see their issues and their limitations as well. Those limitations are very far from like my limitations, but they see the whole picture. Like all of them who I've met or saw interviews with, they all had the same chilled, very down to earth attitude. Like, okay, you know, I reached something. I'm here for a reason, but I have so much more to discover, and you feel that. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, no, 100%. And they're usually people who understand as well the amount of work you have to put and the amount of dedication you have to put into something to get to wherever they are, wherever we are.
Yeah.
And like that's why, you know, sometimes it feels weird, like to go out and take a lesson. Like 'cause some of my favorite guitar players give online lessons, for example, and like you can be kind of weirded out to be like, okay, I'm gonna take a guitar lesson from a literal god, and it's like, oh, you struggling with that scale? Man, it's horrible. I hate it. That's why I never play it. And I'm like, oh, cool.
So it's not
like,
only me.
Yeah, exactly. So do I still have to learn it? I mean, yeah, if you want to. Other one, you can also learn this one. This one's better. So, all right, let's do this. But yeah, I feel like this whole conversation about overrated guitar players just really quickly turned into a conversation about how good people, how many guitar players are just good people altogether.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much always true. That's always where I come back to at the end. But I'm thinking about all this overrated, underrated story. Whenever someone starts getting mad about a person who's very successful, and you know if he or she deserves it or not, I'm always trying to place myself in that person's situation in life, what all the work that goes into that, probably some luck, because there's always luck involved in huge successes, always. Maybe just the right place at the right moment. That's already one of the most important pieces of luck that you can get in your life. And still, there's so much work and just energy put into success. It's a lot of compromises, and you just do not have so much of those normal things that we enjoy in our lives. I can ring up Jill, well, not now because now I shouldn't, but I can ring him up and say like, dude, do we, I don't know, drink a beer Friday evening? And yeah, sure. And if you're on tour all the time, you don't have time for any like family members, friends, because you're like in Japan now, and 2 days you're in Australia and blah blah. It is a lot of work. It's awesome, but it's a lonely life. There's a lot of work put into every successful musician and band and everything, and that's, I think, an important factor as well.
Yeah.
And even if you feel like I could play that, I could, I could be better in everything. It's like, yeah, but you would have to do a lot for it, and not everyone is made for it. Like, I know I would hate a life where I don't have a home because I'm just on the road all the time. I'd love to mix it, I'd love to do both, but I'm definitely not that kind of person. Which bands, like Metallica, whichever band was it, like on the road for like 4 years? Like literally just in hotels.
Plenty, yeah.
Nah, it's not worth it. I mean, I'm not success junkie anyhow, so I don't need that in my life. But even if I was, I don't think I would stay healthy, like mentally. So there's a lot to being successful. Not only the highlight moments and the those recordings where you're like, I could do that better.
Yeah. The thing is, like, it's not your place to decide what's popular and what's not. It's everyone. Everyone decides what's popular. And if you listen to a song and you're like, oh my god, this is the worst riff ever. Like, I could have made that so much better. It's like, yeah, but yours not on the radio. This one is. Like,
yeah, there's a lot of jealousy. Yeah. I mean, for a good reason. I'm also sometimes. Not anymore that much, because I'm, old enough.
You're wise.
Nah, it's not wisdom. It's just you realize some things. I don't know, whatever. But I know how it feels. Like, especially if like you grow up with people. Like I studied music with a couple of other guys in my age and whatever, and then some of those got picked for some session jobs, and I was like sitting there and I'm like, okay. yeah, whatever. You know, you feel like I could do exactly the same thing. So there's the jealousy part, and you have to overcome it, because this will not take you anywhere. This is not something anyone wants to see in the music business. If you're one of those negative, biased person, you're gonna sit at home a lot and not gonna get a lot of jobs. So it doesn't really help, and you can actually benefit from accepting the fact that it's not always awesome, and just, you know, maybe you're better, but it's how it is. You know, make your own thing. And
got a few cool comments about this. Has anyone at Thomann met Paul Davids? Yes, we all have. Yeah. Paul Davids is a really nice guy, but it's the same thing. Like, it's got that ASMR super professional type of composition for his videos and everything. And I remember the first time we met, he heard my name and he was like, "Oh, you're French?" And I was super happy and giggly, and he recited like basically all the French that he learned, and he's really good at French.
Really?
And so we talked French for a minute, and he was like super happy about it. I was like, dude, this is so sick. Like, that's the kind of thing, you know, people are talking about the enigmas of Bonamassa and Greg Cox and along, like, people that are different on camera from, you know, real life. I'm like, yeah, but you also have to understand that those people are not, like, you're not always on. It's like, they have a character that when Bonamassa puts on the glasses and the suit and he goes on stage, he's like, it's not Joe anymore. It's not JB. It's like Joe Bonamassa, you know? Yeah. And that's a different thing. And Greg Cox is just like the largest person I've ever met. So it's like, he's got the matching personality, I think. The guy is just gigantic in every sense of the term.
Crazy. Yeah.
Just a lovely.
Oh, so super clever. Have you ever tried to follow his thoughts?
He's
like,
so smart, and he's
like,
quick.
Yeah,
he's so quick.
I love it.
Yeah.
And he's just a sweet dude. Totally
100%.
Awesome person. It's you were mentioning Paul Davids and like really successful YouTube people. It's the same thing. If you're a guitar player on YouTube, being a guitar player is a part of your success or non-success. Being the person you are is the other half. And then some other things like the technical aspect, like can you make a YouTube video interesting? Like, can you edit a video in a way like Paul Davids can? Because he can script his videos and film it and edit it in a manner that appeals to millions. I know people who would say like, I cannot watch any of his videos because it's just too like
polished.
So perfect and so like.
Yeah, some people like the messy as well. That's why everyone's got their place in YouTube, and that's why everyone's got their place in music. Some people will not, like, I know, I like John Petrucci and I respect John Petrucci, but his playing doesn't touch me as much as some other guys could. Some guys that play fewer notes or fewer, and there's a place for everything and for everyone. So maybe, it's not for you, but I don't think that means any guitar player is really overrated. It's just not your taste.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously always a thing, like subjective opinions and perception is, no one should think like my opinion is the correct one, because we are, we're the same and not everyone will think the same thing. So I don't know, that's something that you see a lot in comment sections, obviously, and the internet is a perfect place, especially places that start with an F. And have like
dangerous
a book in the name as well, which can be full of very, I don't know, what's the right word? What is the politically correct word for those people who are
toxic?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's the 2022 word. Toxic.
Yes. Toxic comments and thoughts and opinions, and that's like, too bad.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's rough out there.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. That's also part of being a YouTube guitar person and being successful or not. You have to also sort of accept being exposed to a lot of hatred. Even if you don't get a lot compared to other ones, some days are, tough on you. And if you're ever jealous to Paul Davids or Music Is Win, Tyler, or whoever is like super successful, they will have days, man. They will have days where they think
Oh,
like,
yeah.
why am I even doing this? I'm
Yeah,
100%
yeah.
sure, because everyone I talked about
Absolutely.
this had the same thing. Whether you're a musician on stage and then you have crowd where you feel like, oh my God, this is, what am I doing here? Or you're on Facebook, or you're on YouTube or Instagram, whatever the platform is, you will have days.
There were some really good comments. The word, I'm French, I'm jealous of everyone. It's like, dude, this is the exact same thing that I say about every bad thing, every bad decision. It's like, I'm French, can't help it. Like, this is exactly my thing. It's like, you get it. And also, Booba Bass meme. Chris, look at Gil's neck pickup. He's coming over to the telly side. I'm sorry, I've got my telly here.
Oh yeah.
So I am somewhat on the telly side as well, but this is not a telly neck pickup. This is a lipstick.
Yeah.
I don't know how clear that can be on that
I
camera.
think you can
but
tell.
yeah.
It's totally round.
It's exactly.
not
It's a
like
lipstick pickup, so
this,
not
yeah.
quite,
Yeah.
not quite the telly side yet.
Yeah. Can you show us something? I think we have guitar signal from you. You're in Open Tunings, right?
Yeah, because that's the other thing I wanted to talk about today was Joy Landreth, but we'll
Yes.
get back to that.
Yes.
That's my clean sound. No, I'm kidding. I've got exactly 2 drives, 2 reverbs, 1 delay, and the tremolo on.
Who is surprised? Seriously?
You know.
We're talking about your clean tone, right?
I just put like a 26 on the G, and I didn't realize how hard this would be to pull off. So I kind of overestimated that.
Okay, that was awesome. So this is
Thanks, man.
drop
Yeah.
C, right?
This is open C.
Open C. Sorry, that's what I meant.
So that's C, G, C, E, G, C. And yeah, because this week sorry, I'm tuning at the same time.
No worries. No worries.
So that's open tuning 2 full steps down, and I like open tuning because of Joy Landreth, and this week the bros Landreth released a new single called Stay, and it's awesome. The music is sick. The video clip is just phenomenal.
Go on. Talk about it. I'll just without
you put it
without
on screen?
tones. Yeah, just put it on screen.
Yeah.
Just
It's
few
just
snippets.
yeah. So that came out this week, and that was really cool. And it's been a couple of. I've tried open tunings before, and we've talked about it with Chris as well. Like, because I've been on and off with the slide for about 2 years now ish, and Chris was also responsible in me going into the slide side of things.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
with
that's true.
the Secret Santa thingy, and yeah, obviously then Joey and Ariel, and then in retrospect, obviously. So many other players, Sonny Landreth and Derek Trucks and everyone. But yeah, anyways, and so, but like for a couple of weeks, I decided to tune all my guitars in open and not have anything left in standard tuning, and try and dive in like I have no other choice. And it's been really, really inspiring. I've been loving guitar like I haven't in a really, really long time, and I've been learning a lot of theory as well that I haven't that I've just never known, because for some reason that makes more sense for me now than before. I don't know. Yeah, I thought that would be a smoother transition than what it was, because going from overrated guitar players to Joey Landreth really doesn't feel right.
No,
But
not at all. Because if there's something like an underrated guitar player, he is
that's
one
it.
of those. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is
Yeah, it's a clear recommendation. They have their first single out, and the album is coming out very soon. I'm not sure about the date, but
May.
it's gonna be, yeah,
I think
it's gonna be really soon.
early mid-May.
Yeah, the brothers Landreth, or the bros Landreth. It's our favorite band, one of our favorite bands. But it's big news for us too, at least for the both of us.
Yeah, 100%.
So cool. Yeah, and we were just talking about slide playing this morning with Guillaume, and I told that I tuned my Strat to open E 2 days ago, and started playing it with my slide instead of sleeping. And then last night the same thing.
As
And-
you should.
Yeah, I mean it's normal, right? And just without an amp, because it was like stupidly late, obviously, and I just played it dry, and I couldn't stop, and came up with melodies and like licks came in my mind I didn't play or hear for 15 years or longer, probably 20 years, and just it was so much fun. I know exactly what you're saying, Guillaume, because whenever you get used to a tuning, a guitar, a type of distortion or clean tone or whatever it is, you tend to narrow your things that you are thinking of and your licks and your style a little bit. And as soon as you're forced to go out of that comfort zone, things happen. And sometimes those are really cool things, like really fun things
Absolutely.
that fire up your your connection and to the guitar and just feel so fresh. So like I told this, I started playing this lick, this vocal melody of an Alanis Morissette song back from the 90s. And I was like, what is this melody? I started playing it with the slide and some extra fingers, and like, I almost got it. That's it. But what is it? And then it took me 10 minutes to realize that it's an old Alanis Morissette song. It's like, oh yeah, why was I thinking of this? What led me to playing this melody? It's so refreshing. So in case you feel like experimenting with any other tunings, doesn't even have to be a slide playing if you're not into that, but you should. But if not, just any other tuning is just so interesting, and you feel lost at the beginning, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Totally.
It was pretty horrible, but it went away really quickly. The thing is, like, I never learned music theory because I started playing guitar so young and without lessons that what I learned was shapes. I didn't learn the fretboard. I learned shapes, and like my whole life since, I've been sort of riding on like the couple of things that I added up on that, couple of scales here and there, a couple of ideas and concepts about how to play that kind of thing or that kind of thing, but never really understood anything about it beyond the shapes and sort of the vocabulary that I had. But in 2 weeks I've made more progress than in every other weeks of my life before. just by going back to a place where you have absolutely nothing, and everything you know about the guitar and everything you know about the instrument that you've been playing for so long is that this is a major chord.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing you have. And because of that, it really forced me to go, okay, so that's a major chord. How do I find the next chords in that key, and the next chord in that progression, if I'm in C major or D major or whatnot? And that forced me to relearn the major scale and to know like the intervals, to know the sort of major minor composition of the key, like the chords that work in that key.
Yeah.
And then going on that, so okay, I've got all the chords in that key. What do I do now? So what's a sus2 chord? What exactly is it? Because like I know a couple of sus2 I think is shapes in its standard tuning, but I don't know what that is. And then you kind of just, okay, so I just take the third down a full step. Okay, and what's a sus4? Up a full step? All right. And now that I know where the third is, and I know, like, 1, 3, 5, and where everything is, I'm like, damn, this is so easy. So wait, when you say it's a seventh chord, do you mean you just add the 7 after that? Yes. Oh my god. This is brilliant. And it was just, yeah, exactly what it, brain reset. That's exactly what it was. Because I didn't have any of the shapes that I had before, and I had to relearn the whole thing. And honestly, yeah, the past 2 weeks, most inspiring guitar playing that I've ever had, I think.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend it.
So cool. People were going on about Snow and the music video.
Yeah.
The Brothers Landreth with the boomer bass meme said this video is hilarious. It really is. It's just so funny.
Yeah.
And it's very
funny.
contemporary, like fits to our time so well. It's such a good song.
Definitely.
And then K. Michael P. Oh God, look at all that snow. Haven't seen him in many years. K. Michael P. is in Florida, so well,
yeah,
no surprises there. There's not a lot of snow in that region of the U.S. And I'm actually really impressed by you guys. It's not like I'm surprised, yet you manage to impress me every single time. It's just a nice and chilled discussion in our comments. It's in the live chat. It's so nice for a change. I actually had a hard time last week on some days, like keeping my faith in humanity. Not that bad, but you know what I mean. Like all this Tonewood discussion we had 2 weeks ago, and all those videos, and some of the comments that I've read all over the place. It's so, it's so aggressive. It's like, why does everyone think that he is right? Like everyone. Like, how about accepting the fact that some people will see it differently, and maybe, that person is right, or it's right in the middle.
How dare you say
I know.
so true yet controversial?
And
insert meme.
And there's one more thing I wanted to mention, but didn't want to interrupt you. I am pretty sure I will find it. It was about politically correct, like don't be politically correct. Where is it? Because I mentioned that I don't want to be that guy who offends other people.
I generally don't think that we're politically correct. Like, I mean, we are just, good people.
Like respectful, yeah.
We're just good people, and like the only thing we don't do is like use the various C, B, S, whichever words. That's really the only thing. Like everything else.
Now the problem is why I think no one really has a choice anymore to be like edgy, funny, because so many people take stuff way too seriously. And what's the term? Cancel generation, cancel culture.
Yeah.
You make one mistake, it doesn't matter if it's an actual mistake or just something that's not too cool. It will blow up, and whatever you're worth is just not gonna count anymore. Whatever you did before that, it's one of those things why I really, really enjoy hanging out with you guys, because it's just good vibes. It's respectful conversation and discussion, and agreements and disagreements, which is all we need. It's very refreshing. Love it. Willett, you're not politically correct. You're smart.
Or smart on camera.
They're laughing. I don't think you're right, but I appreciate it. So cool.
I read a comment earlier about tunings in math rock, and I was like, yeah, this is so cool. I think it was a couple of days ago. I still am. I used to be a big fan of Fall of Troy, and a couple days ago I replayed like everything Fall of Troy. I was like, now I kind of understand. Now I kind of get it. I kind of get the intervals, because it was always okay. Yeah, you learn in Kashmir. It's like okay, yeah, this is Dadgad, and then you've got like 4 or 5 songs that you can play in Dadgad. But do you really understand what's going on in Dadgad? Do you know why it's Dadgad? And like, in relation to that, Boomer Bass Meme said that chord charts really helped him. Found things that I heard in my head for years and I had no idea how to form them. It's like, yeah, this is one of the things that's going to be absolutely insane about knowing a little bit of theory, like not much, but just a little bit. But mostly what I meant by trying out the new tuning is figuring it out. Like I haven't gone out on Google and like looked for chord charts. I looked at, okay, what makes that chord? What's a 4 chord? Is it you take the third half a step up or whatnot? It's like, what makes a 4 chord? And then you don't have to look at the chart. You just have to take your major chord and do the adjustments. Take down the third to a minor third, or like half a step down to have a sus to whatever that kind of thing is. But then you have that freedom to be like, once you understand that side, you can create all the chords from scratch. And that's just, I'm sorry, I'm rambling on that, but it's just so mind blowing to me, and it's so new and anyways.
Yeah, the comment section is busy with talking about pools.
Yeah. Pools and snow. That's
pools
fair
and snow
enough.
in Florida, like 70% of all pools are in Florida. I wonder, is that 17% of all the pools in the world or in the US? I mean, it's a lot, anyhow, whatever it is. And then someone wrote something that is kind of funny, but also true. Everybody has the right to differ from my opinion. I can't force you to be right. It was Chep and Brax. Yeah. It's just, let's not be too serious about things that are not supposed to be that serious. It's like the same for tone wood and all those little things. If it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter for you. If someone pays attention to it, let him. Like, maybe it's good for that person. Maybe it's not good for you. So who is right? It's not worth being all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cool. I want to play something. And I think I will ask you guys to let me know, should it be a slow something, a mid-tempo, an up-tempo, and a key?
Can I vote?
Yes, please.
I want a mid-tempo in 7/8 in the key of E flat, but if your guitar is tuned in E. Otherwise,
I'm
not
in E.
E flat.
I'm in E. You
Okay,
bastard.
then in E flat.
Oh, okay.
I
so
mean, that's just an opinion. It doesn't have to be
a
that.
7/8 in E flat. I see. You want to have a good laugh. Okay, and I should loop it and play over it, right?
Obviously, this is just a backing track.
Are you testing me? Because I'm going to fail.
Can you make it Lydian somehow?
Woo! Oh my gosh. Wait. 7/8. I need to clean up my looper. Yes. I need to delete my looper.
Hey, I
It
mean,
was
a blues,
all 4/4 and and all that
a
stuff.
blues in A will work too. You don't have.
Come on. Now you triggered me. E flat minor or major?
Major.
Okay, I have some Deja Voodoo, just lol. Up tempo, F sharp, Ingo Hofmann. That's my home. That's like F sharp is like that's me. So too easy. Sorry. Up tempo, F minor. Okay, will it? That's better. I'm still. What?
Pi over 4. I kind of like this is gonna take a really long time to resolve, isn't it?
Okay, I have an A sharp from Boomer, up tempo E minor from Melanie. That's all cool. Yeah, I think I want to sweat. So let's see about the 7/8.
Sorry about that. It was so good. It was so good. Congratulations.
Where's the right side? This is the right
Actually,
side.
Like, this was
He's clapping.
this was incredible. This was really incredible.
Thank you.
I found myself just like jamming along.
That's why I had to put it out, because I've heard you with the latency, like half a second of latency. It's like, oh, that's really putting me off. I cannot have that in 7/8.
Sorry.
Oh, good man. Deja vu, damn fine. Thank you so much, Blair. Licking it. That's cool, licking it. Gotta love Kris Guitar Licks. Thank you, Joseph. You guys are really, really kind.
It's Meshuggah Blues.
It's Meshuggah Blues. It kind of felt like one.
Yes.
Yep. I missed 2 more strings at least, but other than that,
Amanda is making banana chocolate chip pancakes.
stop it, Amanda.
I skipped lunch. I'm not feeling good right now. It might be in Canada later this year though. So I'll come and steal some pancakes.
Can I sit in your luggage?
I actually booked without because I'm broke. I'm just going with a backpack.
How big is that backpack? I
That's
cannot
pretty big.
eat until then, you know.
It's a pretty big backpack, so there's you got a shot.
Well, if there's space for my telly, I'm coming, whatever it takes. Alrighty, you guys, thank you so much for joining in. This was definitely a different live stream than what we thought it's gonna be.
Yeah,
but it was equally fun for me at least. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
I had fun.
Amanda sounds delicious. Totally.
Yes.
It's so nice to see all the comments coming in. You guys having a simultaneous and independent chat, or just writing anything about what we are talking about. It's awesome. Just go for it. Whatever is on your mind. So cool.
Yeah.
Lots of claps from the old fart club. K.
Well
Michael P. He lives in Florida and he made jokes of Florida being, sort of, yes, not the youngest state of the United States of America. Who cares about age? It's all cool. I mean, it's so nice having you guys here. You guys rock. Moi. Or moi. Or moi. This could be German. This could be or moi. Magst du Bier? Or moi?
Or moi.
Do you want a beer?
That's not German. That's not German. that's barely
There's
Bayerish.
an S,
That's
there's
like
an S
not even
missing at
Frankish,
least.
Isa. You guys should stop. Just stop. You know. Come on.
Because you're not clear with all of this. Thomann is in the south of Germany, in Bavaria, and Phil, that guy.
Franken. In Franken.
Well, Franken is a part of Bavaria, but yes,
No,
in
it's
Franken.
Oh,
Thank you, Guillaume. Thank you.
Oh, you did not.
Let's not go there, because we're gonna. Woo. And Phil is from Niederbayern, which is like one of the southest parts of Bayern, and he has a funny accent. I love it. Is one more something you would say?
No ones.
Okay, whatever.
Wanna geht noch.
Wanna get noch. Wanna get noch. I am not good at this. I'll just stop trying and say goodbye to you guys, and thanks so much, Jill. I want you to jam us out.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, can we do that? I see nods from you
Alright.
guys. Yes, let's do
Hey,
it.
yo,
Because,
let's make
sorry.
it a short jam, guys. I don't see you, I don't hear you, but please cut this out like quick.
No.
Just to be on the safe side. If you're planning on leaving that on YouTube, just make it a short one, okay? Love you all.
We will we'll keep on doing this until you are asking in the end. Oh, I hope you cut that. No, we will not.
Yeah, the
Guillaume,
usual,
I
the
muted
usual.
you
All right then.
before. When
Yeah,
with
thank
the
you guys so
7/8
much. That
show.
was good fun.
So you have to play in 7/8 now.
Yeah, you have to play the 7/8. Phil asked you to play the 7/8 now. It's your turn.
Yeah, Phil's asking for a lot. Okay, so we'll see what happens.
All right, guys, take it easy. Thanks so much for joining in. Deja Voodoo, Willid, all the guys, Melanie, everyone, Joseph. Thank you so much for joining in, and see you in 2 weeks, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
Is that can we confirm that? In 2 weeks on Monday, around 4 p.m. ish CET, which is Central European time. You guys take it easy. Guillaume's gonna jam you out. Bye bye.
Bye, y'all. Are we off yet? Yeah, I guess.
I just wanted to ask, what happened to Hit the Tone again, Guillaume? Can they enjoy an episode of Hit the Tone now?
Oh yeah, that'll go online soon.
Very soon, within 2 minutes.
Ish.
Ish. Alrighty, let's cut this. Bye bye.
Christmas songs in February, what the fuck? Yeah, well.
Oh yes. Oh man. I've heard this one on Instagram. Arthur. Haha. You see?
Yeah. I don't know, I wanted to go Sound of Silence.
Chris loves an
because
outtake.
Someone commented it earlier today.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. Nice.
Are we, Phil? Lucas,
Wait,
are we
wait.
off?
I'll unplug this. Keep on talking. Yeah. Now we can hear.
Nice. We are off, right?
I think so.
Yes, we are.
You can start cursing again.
Yeah, I know, but I'm worried now.
Why? What's up? Why?